there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number 3 with the Skred Red with the Eternal Scourge. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is definitely keepable. We have the Pia and Kiran Nalaar with a Mind Stone to ramp into it and 2 Skreds. Pretty much an ideal hand. 3 lands is what you want to see. Yeah. Well, Gemstone Cavern. And this is not a deck that I want to. Usually this means like... Yeah, okay, it's an Urza's. So there's going to gemstones for an Urza's, but that's still bad. We need to find a Blood Moon as soon as possible. So even faster little Urza's deck, because this gets him 7 mana immediately. So Mind Stone into Relic. Or he'll just Spell Snare that. Which gives him, gives him the luck counter. So he's a blue Tron. So we still need to just draw into a Blood Moon. This is going to be a difficult matchup. I don't think there's any worse matchup than necessarily blue Tron. We do have the Molten Rains in the sideboard. And we had our opponent effectively mulliganing with the... He had to exile a card from his hand, so he exiled a tower, which is awkward. It means he has another tower in his hand? Possibly? Yes, he did. So... Rose, of course, is probably the worst card we could have drawn into, because it's so useless versus our opponent. But the Relic is okay. I will cycle it in a turn most likely. See if he just has Tron with a double tower just naturally in his hand. He did. So yeah, that was a lucky, lucky draw. So the Gemstone Cavern and a Tron. So see what he puts out. A Wormcoil Engine. We can actually deal with Wormcoil Engine here. With double Skred. Still not a fan, though. I'd love to just draw into an Anger for the double. The best thing I could draw into is just a Blood Moon. We'll cast the Relic again. But this is not looking good. Just the amount of mana. Another island. So that means he's Logic Knot. Mana. And I think I just take the damage. So I don't like that mana in our opponent's hand. Well, we want him to... We'll Skred. See if it gets countered. So I probably should have done it before the blue mana if this is like Logic Knot. It's Condescend. So, if that gets countered, can't pay for it. Gets to Scry. It's going to be very tough to deal with the Wormcoil. I don't know why I did this. I probably should just... There's Koth. Koth is actually no good here. And Spatial Contortion's the Pia and Kiran Nalaar. I think we just let it go through the Wormcoil Engine because we want to... Expedition Map's going to go find him an Academy Ruins. So he's going to try. So I guess Relic is actually good in this match. So again, we need the Blood Moon. Rose Lightning Bolt actually does work. But with Academy Runes now, that just seems so pointless. So it's just going to be Koth. And he'll remand it. Gives us a blocker for the Wormcoil Engine. Well, it gives us some more stall. Unless he has a counter for it. Which this deck has, like, that's all it runs is counters. The blue Tron version. And he's going to try to find a counterspell. Gets rid of an Expedition map. He does not find the counterspell. So we have blockers for a few turns. But the longer this game goes on, the worse for us. Especially with cards like Sad Robot. Finds another island. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. Because now he'll have enough mana, even with the Blood Moon, to really cast whatever he wants to cast. We'll go with Chandra here. Not gonna use the 0 just because I probably should have to try to hit a land. Both coming in at me, so we'll just block the Thopter on the Wormcoil Engine. And possibly we're just getting very lucky he has nothing relevant in his hand. I doubt it, though. Scrying Sheets is nice, but I don't think it's really going to get us to where we want to. So we'll go Koth. He's going to tech edge my Scrying Sheets. Which is okay. We're okay on lands. And I'm actually just going to pass the turn. As I want the mana up. To activate the Thopter if I want to do that. So what we actually need is an Anger. And Anger kind of gets us back in this because he doesn't... His Wormcoil will just be exiled. Skred's okay, it gives us another play against the Wormcoil Engine. And the Pia and Kiran Nalaar gives us 2 more blockers again. Whoops, that's somebody's signature. That's okay, we weren't planning on attacking in with it anyway. So somehow we're still in this. He has mana to cast 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not quite for Emrakul, but getting there. I don't want to make him draw a card. I don't want to give him anything back from his Academy ruins. So I still think this is fine. We'll block and block. Oops, must have passed the turn, so... No, I don't know why. Let me go check something really quickly. Alrighty, so... we can play the Scrying Sheets. And I guess we can ultimate Koth here. I want to try to keep him alive, but I think we should just do it. So there's a Koth ult. We're actually in decent shape with the Koth ult. Still don't want him to draw a card, so I might just go down to a 2. Spell Pierce. So we'll pay 2. Yeah, I think I do want to just go down to a 2. Find another Koth. Let's exile, see if we can keep. Batterskull is actually pretty good. A little bit risky to play it. It can get countered. This will give us some life back. And I do want some life. Unfortunately, he gets to draw a card. And cast Wormcoil Engine. But Chandra's doing a good job of just really getting us a ton of advantage. We find the Blood Moon. Bolt is useless. But we will use it. No, we won't. I kind of want a Koth here. But it leaves me very... Yeah. Yeah, I think we do Koth. Skred the Wormcoil Engine. And then just pass. He repels the Batterskull. Uh-oh. So if he draws another repeal, we just die. So far, we're okay. We do have that Koth ult. Let's play a little more conservative. I don't want to play that. He's got 2 cards in hand, so I have to worry about, like, using my mana. So I think the best thing to do here is actually -2. Anger. The 2 worms. And throw out a Batterskull. So let the other Blood Moon happen. Yeah, I'll cast other Blood Moon. And then pass. And now we're in decent shape again. And he'll get a repill something. I'm glad we have the double Blood Moon. He just goes for the Batterskull, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. Finds another basic island. Just a treasure mage can go get him. There is some crazy stuff he can get with the Mindslaver here. Doesn't have a Mindslaver lock, though. That actually just kills me. Yeah, the Mindslaver, that was a good top deck. Because I don't think there's anything we can do. Because he can do damage to our creature or player. So I think... Yeah, it's definitely game. Because the emblem kills me. My own mountains kill me here. And he has perfect mana for it, too, so... Close game. I was surprised we came back that... I mean, that hand, Tron on turn 4, or 3, was huge. And it just couldn't get ahead of the life. So I think that... Angers are okay versus like sad robots and stuff, but I think that Molten Rain and Stormbreath Dragon come in. Vandalblast and Shattering Spree are decent, but I don't think they need to come in here either. So I think that we will run Relics. Relics are great. Skreds are actually, I think, weaker than most cards here. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to really side out. I might just side in the Pyrite Spellbombs for things that we can... I mean, Skred can kill Wormcoils, but that's about it. And if it's not the greatest answer either. I think Mizzium Mortars and Magma Jet and Roast. Well, Roast is just bad. I think Skred is just superior. But I think Mizzium Mortars is just a little bit better. So we'll bring in the either Vandalblast or Shattering Spree could be good. Depending, I didn't see a lot of artifacts that he actually, besides Wormcoil and Solemn, could bring in Needles. So yeah, I probably do need to bring in Shattering Sprees. I'm just going to keep one Vandalblast in, I think. I'd love to keep this hand, unfortunately can't. We will keep this hand, though. I think Pia and Kiran Nalaar actually needs to go on the bottom. And I don't think we'll be cycling relics. We'll cycle a Spellbomb most likely, though. So there's a tower. We can't run a Blood Moon into any mana that's untapped. And unfortunately, all we have is triple Lightning Bolt, which I might decide just to go directly to his face at the end of turn here. I think I'm going to do that. But that's still not a good. Good game plan. We have a Magma Jet, gets him down to a 9. But we both need lands, and if he does tap out for a Solemn, we will just drop down a Blood Moon, but the repills make it really good. He's just leaving up counter magic. We do find another land, so that puts us in Koth range. So we'll Magma Jet him in a turn. And the Expedition map does allow him to use he'll allow it to happen. Put them both on bottom. And now I think just running out Blood Moon is actually superior. If he counters it, we have Koth the following turn. This is not looking good, though. Yeah, because he could have done that to the Koth. And now he does have Tron. So Wormcoil Engine can come down again if it's a Wormcoil Engine. And that's just another Expedition map for the Academy Ruins. And I think I have to just go for this Koth. We have a backup Koth, but this is probably going to get countered. Just a remand. Surprised he got the remand instead of the Expedition map. As remand, something Snapcaster Mage can actually get. We'll do it again. But a Condescend comes down. He's going to scry him for what he wants. And there's the Wormcoil Engine. It puts him out of range of our another Koth. I think I'm just going to Mind Stone here. But yeah, this is definitely not looking good. There's the Academy Ruins. Guarantee it's all just counter magic left in his hand. And costs are actually extremely weak. We need cards like Pia and Kiran Nalaar that can just buy us some turns, but even buying us turns is not going to get the job done. Looks like a Ugin comes down. And Ugin's something we absolutely cannot deal with. And that is just going to be game. So, pumped up this deck so much, and we go against the only... These are the two matchups, the Escape Shift and or Through the Breach and the Mono Blue Tron. They're incredibly hard to deal with. We'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.